My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Hello, my little comic book ponies! I'm Critical Analysis, and I just finished reading My Little Pony number 37, the final part of Siege of the Crystal Empire. Before I begin, I need to talk about something that I briefly mentioned in my Friends Forever 23 review. In the Season 5 finale, Twilight travels to several alternate timelines, the first one being where King Sombra returns unopposed. His first order of business? Turn his crystal slaves into his crystal army. This contradicts what's currently happening in the comic. He did want to start a war, but he was going to do that after he freed the Umbrum. As a result, I feel as if these comics are no longer canon, as the primary canon of the show supersedes the secondary canon of the comics. This was one of my points of contention with the season finale. But now that that elephant in the corner is leaving, it's time to get to the review proper. Starting with a recap! Previously on My Little Pony, former villains led by Radiant Hope seal the Crystal Heart and revive King Sombra. Then, with their combined forces, they are able to capture the main six and turn Princess Luna and Celestia to stone. However, when the villains learn of Sombra's plan to free the destructive Umbrum, they free Twilight Sparkle and promptly leave. Meanwhile, Hope takes Cadance to meet the Umbrum, but when Cadance uses her magic, it reveals their true hideous form, forcing the two into a hasty retreat back to the castle. There, Twilight tries to shoot Sombra, but Hope takes the hit, angering the revived king into unleashing a horde of Umbrum onto the main six. Can our heroes stand up to the shadowy threat, or will the Umbrum return to plunge the world into destruction? Obviously, we know they're going to win, but the question is, how? Let's start by taking a look at the cover. This cover looks menacing, even if it is a Game of Thrones reference. Sombra's eyes are steaming with shadow as he sits on his throne, with the crowns of the princesses strewn at his feet. It comes off as very menacing, and it's a great fit to how the comic starts. We open with what I can only assume to be weeks later, where the Crystal Empire has been feeling the effects of war. We then see Twilight and Cadance being brought before Emperor Sombra to stand trial unless they reveal the location of the rebels. The Umbrum use shining armor as leverage. Cadance tells, but the Umbrum pull a Grand Moff Tarkin and petrify Shining anyway. This does bug me a little bit. I can understand the Umbrum doing it, but did they need to do exactly as was done in Star Wars A New Hope? Or was this simply done because Star Wars The Force Awakens releases this weekend? Anyway, Twilight suggests that their execution be done publicly at the dais where the Crystal Heart once stood. Sombra agrees, but the Umbrum want Empress Hope to join them. When Sombra goes to retrieve Hope, Sombra tells her that once this is all done, he'll start his attack on the rest of Equestria. Sombra believed that he was destined to become the monster that he saw in the Crystal Heart all of those years ago. But when Hope tells Sombra that she's not the princess that she saw, she also informs him that she willingly gave it up for her friend, Sombra. As they leave the castle, the rebellion begins its attack. Pinkie Pie's unit manning the cannons, Rarity's unit armed with literally blinding fashion, the Apple family in charge of ground support, CMC in a makeshift tank, Fluttershy commanding her Discord-enhanced animals, and Rainbow Dash attacking from above. The Umbrum want the princess executed now, but Hope has a better idea. She pulls out the Crystal Heart and suggests destroying the hope of the Empire itself, as she hands the heart to Sombra. As the Umbrum are able to fight back and disable the squads, Sombra reflects into the Crystal Heart and makes a choice. He throws the Crystal Heart into the Crystal Dais. The heart activates and the Umbrum are sucked back into the castle, past a Kingdom Hearts reference, and back into their prison. Afterwards, Sombra thanks Hope. Celestia and Luna are free from their stone prison, and the Umbrum King comments on the beauty of the Crystal Fair as he fades into nothing. But Hope captures Sombra in an attempt to save him. Cadance, Twilight, Celestia, and Luna all lend their alicorn powers to the Reformed King and use their magic to transform Sombra into a real pony who is looking as regal as he did in the mirror world of Reflections. Celestia asks what they will do now, and Sombra and Hope opt to go find the scattered pieces of Princess Amore and try to rebuild her. And so our comic ends with a short story, I think from Sombra himself, about how the friends who love you are the ones who can see the true you, even if you don't see it yourself. Second best arc ever! The first is obviously Reflections. I'm still wondering how that first batch of Umbrum got out, and I was a bit bugged by the Star Wars reference, but any problem that I had with the story overall is forgiven because of this conclusion. Words escape me with how awesome it was to see Sombra do what he did. If I had one problem with the arc overall, it would be the former villains leaving in the 3rd issue. I wish they had stayed and helped the rebellion fight, as it would have been fitting considering their enemy would have been the Umbrum that they were working for in the first place. If you can't tell already, I recommend this story. The only reason you're not buying this now is because you're waiting for the trade collection. Pony fans will love it, and even more so, Sombra fans will love it. I'll even tell you where you can get them. Comixology, iTunes, and Amazon Kindle for digital copies, or IDW.com, Amazon, or your local retailer for physical copies. Hey, thanks for watching! Are you wondering where I got this amazing pony art? Then click that top video to go watch Dr. Sora's latest speed paint. Or you can click that bottom one to go watch my last review. And don't be afraid to click that like button, leave a comment below so that I can improve the series in the future, or even subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all my latest videos. I'm Critical Analysis, signing out.